Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Ann McLeod coming to you live from the SAME National Office at the Washington Engineering Center in Alexandria, Virginia. I will be sharing some great information with you today, along with my teammate, Belle Fabraro. And our other teammate, Tamel Harbison, is here as well to help with any technical difficulties that you may have. So speaking of technical difficulties, if you have any, please enter them into the chat. And also your question should be entered into the Q&A. So again, I'm Ann McLeod. I oversee all of our events, membership, and business development for the SAME National Office. And a big thank you so much for being with us today and mostly for sharing your expertise at Capital Week next week. And Belle Fabraro is also here. I know all of you know her and love her. She oversees all of our education sessions for all of our conferences, and we know you just love all of the emails that she sends to you. So during this presentation, anytime you've got any questions for us, submit them into the Q&A and use the chat to chatter amongst yourselves. And I'm going really out of order here, but why don't we share with one another our favorite binge watch since quarantine? We obviously could not put on Capital Week without our sponsors, so we want to thank all of our sponsors for their support during the event and all throughout the year. SAME does have a code of conduct, not contact. And the bottom line is just be kind to one another. So we thank you so much for following our code of conduct and for helping us also make sure it is followed. So one of our biggest tips is that do not connect to the live event platform or Big Marker when you are connected to a VPN. It does cause a lot of difficulties. So for the best experience, ditch it and move on. As you can see, audio is broadcast through your computer, and hopefully you all successfully entered, and so there are no problems. We are recording this if you want to watch it again, and we do have a PDF version of the handouts. You can download them from the Handouts tab just above the chat panel. And this obviously is the same platform that we will be using during the live event. So you are seeing what the attendees will see. So it's a good frame of reference for you to know what they're seeing. So let's do a quick poll and ask all of our speakers if you've spoken at an SAME event in the past. Let us know if you've done so, but only in person. So Capital Week is going to be your first foray into speaking virtually for SAME. Yes, you have, either virtually or in person. No, you've never spoken with us before. Maybe you're not speaking, you're just here because your boss told you to get on and then report back. Or what is SAME? And if you reached us and that's your answer, well, we want to know, how did that happen? Anyway, so we do encourage polls throughout the process. So you just took one. That's what it looks like to our attendees. So let's see what happened with our polls. We actually have 31% who said they've only spoken with us in person and not virtually. Well, welcome. And we've got 24% who have not spoken with us before. So thank you so much for being with us. We want to make sure you have a great experience. We are here to help you have a great experience. So along those lines, we have assigned 2 of our SAME National Office staff to support your session. So they are going to take over the probably stressful part of speaking, and that is the production and all the technology related to your speaking. So they will be added to all the correspondence from your session moderator. They are going to upload your presentation to the Big Marker platform. They are going to enter and launch the polls. They will help any attendees that have any issues. And whatever questions that you have for SAME, they are here to help you. And just another note, please let your assigned SAME staff members be your first point of contact. Again, we know you love Belle and we know that you have relationships with her, but she is one person amongst 75 speakers. And so it is extremely helpful if you go first to your assigned SAME staff support. They have been fully trained. And if they can't help you, then they will alert Belle and she will step in. So what is needed from you between now and Capitol Week in 3 weeks? Please do register. No speakers are automatically registered. Registration is free for all speakers and moderators. If you are stepping in as from someone else, maybe you got assigned, someone else got taken off, you still do need to register. If you are unable to attend and someone's coming in your place, please let us know, and that person is going to need to register. You can't take over somebody else's registration. We ask that you update your bio and photo in the Speaker Service Center. You've received many emails on how to do that. So please do take care of that. You are going to schedule a dry run for your session through your SAME support team and your moderator. This is not the dry run. This is just so we can cover some overarching topics, get you familiarized with the platform. And the dry run is where you're going to really talk about more about the session and what's happening and get some more training. And then send us your fun facts. You read our fun facts. And so that really just helps the audience see you as the real cool person that you are, and just, takes the pressure off and gets them, helps them know you as a person. And so your SAME staff support will enter those fun facts into the presentation. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to Belle.
Well, thank you so much, Anne, for that. And guys, unfortunately, I have the boring stuff to reveal. And just kind of covered what the SME staff will be doing. I can't stress this enough. We need to schedule your dry runs. This is really like a dress rehearsal for the actual live event. So we have to make sure at least we have the draft slides available. And as you can see how interactive polls can be, you can really get a lot of information from your audience by just sending out those polls. Also, it will deter them from looking at their emails. As we all know, we can all get distracted while we are attending these virtual events. We look at our emails, we're looking at our phones, etc. Even on a live event, we all see folks, as soon as you start reading out the bios, what do we see? Their heads turned down and they're looking at their mobile phones. So, hey, we need to keep their attention. And the only way we can do that is to make it interactive. So let's really focus on making it interactive. And also, moderators, please coordinate with the speakers and make sure that you have the right questions ready for them to be able to answer. Make sure that there is anything that is really not politically correct to ask, don't ask. Make sure that they are prepared for what you may want to ask them, especially with the new administration. A lot of questions will be asked towards that. And also, we will be combining the presentations in order of the speakers of which you've given to us. But per se, if John Smith can't connect and he's speaking first, we have to then turn to Jane Penny. Hey, we turn to Jane Penny and ask her to start speaking. So the great thing is we have that flexibility being on a virtual platform, and we can just turn those slides around and make it flexible as possible. So with that said, speakers, of course, we value everything you have to say, and without you, we wouldn't be here. Staff, SME staff would be irrelevant, and so would the moderator. I'm sorry, moderators, this is not about you, this is about the speakers, and make the speakers shine. So with that said, let's move on to the next slide. I'm saying next slide, but I'm moving the slide, so please do not say next slide when you do have your presentation. Okay, so within Capital Week, this is different this year. As you know, normally the FY 2022 sessions is just over a day and a half, possibly. We have a whole week of this. So we've had to be inventive. So we've created these fireside chats with the chiefs, one per day, and for them to really reach out to address industry and the strategic needs and direction. So in order to do that, there is a link at the bottom here, and the survey will close at the end of today. If you can, Tamal, I think you put it into the chat box, just submit some questions if you really want to know what's what and what's happening, what's going on. I'm not going to go through these bullet points here because they are repeated throughout the rest of the slides here. So I think that's enough about the fireside chats, but definitely you should attend those. Next, executive sessions. Okay, everyone's asking, can I attend? Can I not attend? Yes, if you're an executive level, you can attend. If you feel that you are, just reach out to Kathy Off, and she can assist you in any means that she can. And mostly the dry runs have been scheduled, and I'm sure all the moderators for those sessions are aware of what's going on with that. Moving on, let's just launch another poll, and why not? As those folks that joined us late might have missed the first poll, so let's go for another poll. Okay, let's have a little look. What's going on with our polls? Okay, right now we have 37% government agencies, civilian, of course, because that is the majority of our speakers. Small businesses, I guess that must be our moderators, medium businesses, large businesses, academia, and SME support. Yay, guys, you actually made it to our meeting. Thank you. So 25% of us is made up of just SAME staff. So what can I say at this point? Looks like the poll is now closed. Getting out of that. So I'm just going to close my little chat so I can see better. Okay. So now, more importantly, is about the briefings, the FY 2022 briefings. Obviously, you all know that it needs to be on a 16:9 format. Who has a 4:3 screen today? Nobody. And especially now that we're virtual, everyone has a front row seat to seeing your presentation. So really analyze it well. On site, yeah, you might be sitting in the back. You can't see what's going on in the screen. Well, we all can see everything now. So it has to be on a 16:9 format. Yes, please send by Friday, March 19th. You can understand that we really need to just go through those slides for you. If you've worked with me before, and I'm sure many of you have, I am so meticulous in making sure that you look the best that you can possibly look on your slides. So we will go through for any grammatical errors or spelling mistakes or anything. We will look through and find those for you if you have missed them. So please give us enough time to prepare those slides for you. We really would love to get your fun facts. I'm a true believer of it because, okay, we agree you are professionals in your industry and you have phenomenal bios. But let's be real. When we start reading those bios out, folks start losing interest. So at least if they see the fun facts, they can put the fun facts behind the face and realize, as Anne was saying, you are a true person. So With that said, moderated session, we need to get the dry runs together. So moderators, please get together with the speakers and let's schedule these dry runs for next week. We are starting from the 10th of March through to the 19th to prepare with your schedules, but we need to get it done as soon as possible. And unfortunately, we only have the availability of 2 sessions in each time frame. We will be starting the dry runs between 9 o'clock to 5 p.m. If you need, for whatever reason, to go over that time frame, we will work with you. We are flexible because it's all about you and it's not about us. So you can all read what it says on there. So I am not going to spend your time reading what's on that slide. Next, education sessions. This is new for us. We've actually introduced 3 sessions because of the small businesses have really told us their needs. The SBA updates for Hub Zone 8A and women's owned businesses will be given their updates, and also CMMC to give their updates on, cybersecurity. So we know that this is important to you guys. We are offering these 3 sessions to you, and they will have the PDH credit for those. Other things you need to know. Alrighty, what do we need to know? Definitely 100% share your mobile numbers with the SME staff, moderator, and all your speakers. The SME staff, sorry to tell you guys, but you're going to have to create a group chat. And this is paramount because this has really saved us in the past. I mean, SAME, as you know, we've been doing this now for, unfortunately, a year. And so we have known and grown from our mistakes. And those group chats have saved us tremendously. So please share your mobile numbers. We will create those group chats for you and to make sure that you have a smooth running session. You can definitely enter 60 minutes prior to your session if you wish, but at least 45 minutes, because I will share with you a few screenshots to show you what it means when you come into the platform and how you can best prepare yourself for when you enter into that platform. Can't stress enough, you need to register for Capital Week. If you do not register, you will not have access to the VEM. We will send you a link for you to actually access your session, but that is it. You will not have all of the other beautiful activities that we have planned for you. So please register for the event. Now, after your session, there is an opportunity to have a discussion group chat. You will find that attendees will be reaching out to you and asking you questions. You may participate in that or you may not. But if you do not decide to participate, you have to make sure that you are not available for the discussion. And we'll talk to you a bit later on about the one-on-one appointments and then more about the group chats that can happen through the VEM platform. Okay, so we want to make you look the best you can possibly look and sound the best that you can possibly sound on our virtual platform. We are excited to offer you some headphones. They have a mic and a remote. So I don't know how that remote works, but hey, it comes with it. So that's great. The ring light with the tripod. Can't stress this enough. You don't have to go around your house with your mobile phone and see where the best lighting is in order to place your laptop in that lighting. We will send you a ring light and you can have it wherever you like. I know this sounds really bizarre and maybe I should not mention this, but I did have one speaker actually presenting from their bathroom. They said it was the only room that had a lock and was quiet. So, hey, if we can give you a ring light and you need to present in your bathroom, go for it. And there is another link. So, Tamal, could you send that link out to the folks if your address is different to the one that we have on record? We understand that you may not want to give us your home address, but most likely you are at home, and trust us, we will keep this all confidential. We will not share your address with anybody, and we're really just doing this because we want the best success for you. Okay, so I think you've figured out by now that we're actually on the Big Marker platform. So with that said, unfortunately, you're viewing this as an attendee, which is great because then you get to see what your attendees viewing your session looks like. So with that said, we made a few screenshots to show you what it means to be behind the scene. And basically, bottom line is you just need to have the most recent version of Chrome or Firefox. There are other outlets that you can enter into using Big Marker. You can use Edge if you wish to. They do accept it, but we do recommend Chrome or Firefox if you can do that. All you need to do is just access your camcorder, connect with the audio, and we just ask that you move your own slides. So with that said, when you enter into the Big Marker platform, when you go through a connectivity show that you need to go and see if you have the best connectivity for your session. It will pass to say that you are good to connect, but before you go and hit enter webinar, you scroll down and it asks you to complete your presenter profile. You're like, well, why should I? I just did it in the Small Speaker Service Center. I don't need to do it here. Well, if you want a little icon to appear with your photo and your information, then I would strongly suggest that you scroll down and just take those extra couple of minutes and just fill in your presenter profile. And that is done on the entrance of the webinar. Once you pass that part, you then get to this glorious screen. And what it does, it will ask you to choose which audio option you'd like to choose. You can either enter with a telephone audio. We strongly advise not to. We just ask that you use your computer audio with your headphones. If in the event you lose connectivity, it will be great that you do jot down that number for the telephone audio, so then you can dial back in if you have lost connectivity. Now, once you hit on computer audio, another screen pops up for you, and it says to test your audio and video. Now, it automatically is defaulted to be microphone off and webcam off. You, at this point, would like to enable it to be microphone on and webcam on. As you can see, my smiley little picture there. And underneath where your webcam is on, there's an option to choose quality, filters, or background. We all know that the background doesn't really work. It works for Zoom, it's great, but really because this is such a formal presentation, we prefer that you do not use the background. Just make sure that your background is uncluttered and looks good for our audience. So with that said, the next slide, this is where you'll be at. So what I'm going to do right now for you, I will show you where you will see there's an icon that says on for microphone and the webcam on. I'm just going to turn my webcam on. Hopefully I look good. I don't know. Maybe not. Hey, I'm here. Okie dokie. So that is what it is. And that is what the website looks like. Next, during the Capital Week, what do we expect and what's expected? Okay, bottom line is need to find a presentation at least 48 hours prior to your session. We're asking for it for Friday, March 19th. We know stuff happens. Unfortunately, this year we know there is not going to be a budget, so we don't have that deadline to hit. But if you do foresee any changes to your presentation prior, or after the dry run, just let us know. Just give us an email. Silence doesn't help. If we trying to reach out to you and we're not hearing back from you, we're concerned that something, has happened. So just tell us. We're very flexible. We will accept it even a couple of hours beforehand, and don't kill me for saying that. But yes, we will. Whatever it takes to give you the best opportunity to perform your session, we are here to help you, but we just need to know. You know what it's like when you're in a restaurant and the server avoids you because your food is not coming and they don't know what to say to you? That's how we feel when you're ignoring us when we're sending out your emails. So we advise that you go to your session 45 minutes before it starts, just so that you have enough time to just look up and put in your profile, feel relaxed, make sure your cam's in the right order, you've got your little ring light on and it all looks good and you're feeling really comfy. You go and grab your cup of coffee and your water, turn your webcam off, all good to go. And then that way they're stress-free. So with that said, we'd love that you participate in any discussion or chats that we have. And if you want to attend any other sessions, again, you must register for Capital Week. And access to the platform is either for the live event platform. Yes, so we will send you a link to your session if you prefer to enter it that way. But really and truly, we prefer that you start utilizing the VEM platform, and that way you're really familiarized with that. Okay, so I just kind of said it, but now I'm going to say it again. So we have an option 1, how to connect to your session. Trust us, you hate us to send you emails, but we will be, and we'll be sending you to the day of, giving you the link how to access the VEM. This is not where you're going in right now to look to see what the sessions you're in, where to see the Speaker Service Center. This is a complete different platform. If you haven't been at JTC, well, actually JTC was different, but SBC, for example, you will see that it's a whole complete different platform that we are utilizing. Yes, you will enter into the big marker from there, but it's a whole different website. So those links will be available to you. Your logins, you'll be logging in as an attendee, not as a speaker, but they should be the same. But please check from the emails that you receive as an attendee that your credentials are the same, because that is what you're going to need to log into the VEM. Easy peasy. We've made it like it is on site. Once you get in that VPN, you just select the speaker ready room and you gain access to your sessions. Other option 2, because always we have to have an option 2, plan B, we will send you the link via a calendar invite just in case you don't have success joining the VEM. So not to worry. If you if you click on the link in the calendar invite, it doesn't work, just copy that link and put it in directly into your URL. So with that said, I'm handing it back to my colleague, Anne, who's going to check out the VEM with you.
Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to unmute myself. So here we are in the VEM, that is our really internal term. So I should call it the live event platform. So once you log in, you will see the lobby, kind of just like you are going to a conference. And this is our lobby. So to connect to your session, you need to go to Networking Portal here across the top, and then Speaker Ready Room. I'm going to click on that now, and you will see here the Speaker Ready Room. And on this side, you can see Presenting Sessions. This shows the list of all the sessions in which you are speaking. Now, because I am speaking in multiple things or supporting multiple sessions, I have a long list. You likely will only have one item there. And you can see that it says the day and the time and the name of the session. And underneath right here, it's a session will open 60 minutes prior to start of session. So I can't join it. 60 minutes before your session starts, it will say join webinar. You simply click that button and it takes you right into the big marker platform. Super easy. I can't show you that now because none of these sessions are starting within 60 minutes. So that's how you can connect to your session. After the session, it's going to open another window. So you can, if you've got two screens, keep this screen open and you can come back here. And then, as we mentioned, oops, that I didn't mean to do. Okay, so then what you could do is you could click on the name of the session. And if there is a discussion group associated with that session, there's a button on this page that will say join discussion group. So the purpose of the discussion group, as Belle said, when we're on site and after the session is over, you have all these people that come up to you and want to talk to you. They stand in a line. That's the purpose of the discussion group. The sessions are only 1 hour. Not everybody can always get their questions in. And so that's a great way to keep the conversation going. So that is as simple as it is to connect to your sessions. So why don't I just show you real quick a little more about the VEM. Again, here is our lobby. You see all of our wonderful sponsors. You can navigate to these different areas of the event via these different entrances or by using the menu here at the top. So the expo hall is obviously where all of our supporting companies have their virtual booth. Let's check out Jacob's booth. You can see here, this is Jacob's booth. There is a number of helpful information that you can download and learn about them. And below the booth, I think that my little screen here, my little thing here, I don't know if I can move that. Great. You can see that you are able to chat with the company. You can click on contacts and you will see all the individuals from that company who are registered. You can send them a note. You can add them to your e-bag. The e-bag is like a conference bag where you can save stuff, just like if you were on site. So that's the expo hall. The education and activity portal is where you can see everything that is happening listed in different ways. So for example, let's go to day 2. You can see here all the sessions that are on day 2. If you click on the name of the session, it gives you all of the speakers. And here you can join the discussion chat about that session. Our networking portal we showed you before. This is where you can access the speaker ready room. And also the networking portal where you can join into chat and discussion groups. So I'm going to open that up real quick. As you can see, it opens another window. Think of this as Teams or Slack for Capital Week. So you can chat one-on-one with other people. You can look for exhibiting companies. If you click on that plus sign, you can see all of the exhibiting companies. You can go to their chat, ask them something about themselves. Again, this is still being built, so that's why all of this is blank. Private chats allow you to chat back and forth with anyone who is registered. So I was about to sneeze, excuse me. So you can search for someone in here. Let me search for, actually, I'm not sure if Belle is registered. So I am going to search for Tamel and I can search for him. And you can see I found him here. I can search for Jacobs and I am going to see all of the people who have Jacobs as their company name. And then you can, let's go back to Tamel. And I can send, I clicked on that chat bubble. I've come over here and obviously something is not working. Oh, here we go. Here is where I can send Tamel a note. And he will get that when he comes over to this. So this is the communications portal. Let's go back to the VEM real quick. And we have a game room where you can participate in some games to earn points, our wellness lounge, and the e-bag. This is where you can save information and then download it later. And of course, the help desk is where you can get help. Pretty easy and self-explanatory. So that is the VEM. Let's go back now and talk about these appointments. So, a new feature of Capital Week is the one-on-one appointments. And the purpose of these is really to allow people to connect with one another. We know one of the big benefits of in-person meetings is being able to have conversations in the hallway and after a session and over breakfast. And unfortunately, that's just not the reality right now. So we have added these one-on-one appointments to the schedule. They occur during breaks and at the beginning, at the end of the day. Therefore, they are not in conflict with any sessions. Everyone is automatically opted into this. We have a schedule of appointments that they are all set up 15 minutes each with 5 minutes in between. No one is obligated to participate in these appointments. You are not having to accept any appointments that people ask of you. You do not have to ask anyone for appointment. It's completely up to you. You have full ownership of your schedule. Now, all of you on this webinar are the most popular people. Everybody wants to hear what you have to say, and everybody wants one-on-one time with you. So it's really crucial that you manage your schedule in advance according to when you're available, if you're available. And if you're not, that's perfectly fine. No one expects for you to participate, in which case you need to block out your availability. So prior to Capital Week, you're going to manage your schedule in the ASC, which is the Attendee Service Center. You don't have access to the Attendee Service Center until you are registered. So after you are registered, which all of you need to do, then you can go into the ASC to update your availability. During Capital Week, you can manage your schedule in the live event platform. So let's show you how to do that. And I am going to head over to the Attendee Service Center. Now, I've already logged in to the Attendee Service Center. You can see this welcome message here. What you want to do is first, you can click on one-on-one appointment schedule here on the left. This is going to pull up all of the appointment times that have been set up. So if you are not available, you want to check off. Click this box and it will show you as not available. So if you or your boss does not want to accept any appointments, come to this page and simply click off every single time, and no one will be able to make an appointment with you. If you want to make yourself available at some times and not others, that's fantastic. Again, just come to this page and check off when you are available and when you are not available. That's the key to this page. You are checking off when you are not available. So since we're here, you're going to see that on my schedule, I've got in this column, APT, that means appointment. So that means I have either requested an appointment with someone else or they have requested one with me. Now, we have not opened the appointment request portion of this yet. We, of course, are in the process of testing, and that's why you see something on my schedule, and we're going to get to that in a second. So another part about this, the pre-setup, is your profile. So when you registered, we asked a series of questions about you, and that is what appears on your profile. If you want to check out what you have said or update what you have said, it needs to be done through the registration form. So you will come to Edit Registration Form, this page here, and then you can click on Edit. And it's going to show you, here's my info. I can update my salutation, all this stuff here. I'm going to click Continue. And here's the demographic information. So if, when you registered, you don't remember what you put, just come here to check it out and you can change it. So I'm going to change mine to private industry because this then triggers other questions. So I'm going to say I'm a private industry and small. So you can see this allows me to say that I'm small, that I am 8A certified, and I'm going to say I'm NAICS code 236220. And so I'm going to continue, and there you have it. So that is the appointment scheduling. What I am going to do is show you a sneak peek of the appointment requesting. So this page is not yet live on the site. It will show up in about a week's time, and it is called Networking Appointments. So you see here, there's a series of tabs at the top. So it defaults to show you the appointment tab. So you can see here that there are 2 pending appointments on my calendar, one with Kelly and one with Sarah. So I can click on Kelly's name and it's going to open up this window that will show her profile. Now, Kelly's isn't really filled out. Great. She put her photo. This is a great photo of Kelly. And so you can see more information about the person when you click on the profile. I am going to click on this one with Sarah. Now, Sarah's got a little more information in here. Great. So I can see, oh, seems like we've got the same NAICS code. Wonderful. I'm going to accept the appointment, Sarah. Now, I will tell you this. I requested the appointment with Kelly, but Sarah requested the appointment with me. Unfortunately, this doesn't really differentiate. So Sarah requests the appointment with me. In order to respond to her appointment, I'm going to click on the calendar item. You see it's yellow because it's pending. And so I can either confirm the appointment or I can decline the appointment. Again, there is no obligation to accept any appointment with anyone. But let's say I am unable to meet with Sarah. I then can send her a note and say, Sarah, I am so sorry. I am no longer available at this time. And then I can click decline appointment. And with confirm, perhaps I can say, Sarah, love to meet with you. Please email me your capability statement before we meet at this address. And then I can hit confirm. And it's as easy as that. So here in this networking appointments and under search, this is how you can find people and exhibitors. But let's talk about the people since we're talking about the appointments. This is how you can search for other folks. So maybe you want to find everyone in NAICS code 236220. So I can select that and let me select 8A certified. So I can hit search, and I'm going to find the folks who meet those qualifications. Again, I can click on their name to see their profile, learn a little bit more about them. Great. And then I can click on make appointment in order to request an appointment with this person. So now, as you can see, somehow I picked a great example. Jeff, Tuesday, not available. Wednesday, not available. Thursday, Jeff's available. Fabulous. Friday, Jeff's available. So if I want to request an appointment with him on Friday, I just click that radio button and I can send him a note telling him why I want to meet, what I want to talk about, whatever. So again, if someone is requesting an appointment with you, that is how it's done. And that if you want to request an appointment with other people, that is how you will do that. You could also bookmark people just to kind of save a list of people maybe you want to connect with later or what have you. But again, this is a way to help foster connections with people, search for them in a meaningful way and whatnot. You can also search for exhibitors here. Again, this is a search functionality. When you find them, let's see, maybe we want to find all the exhibitors in Alabama. Actually, why don't we do everyone who conducts business in Alabama? And I'm going to clear this one out. And I'm going to do search. And for some reason that didn't work. But let's do a list all. Here you can see these are all of the exhibitors. Maybe I want to bookmark these. It's going to create an itinerary for me. And if I come down here, you see this PDF itinerary. I'm going to click on that. And you can see it shows when my appointments are, what day, what time. It shows the status. So these are pending. And then I've got a list here of the exhibitors that I bookmark. Super handy. And here, when this page becomes available, again, this page is not available. Here's another place where you can go to manage your times and block out your availability. So it's pretty easy. If you participated in SBC, this looks very familiar. It is the same system, but what's different is that this is an individual to individual appointment. So now let me just show you really quickly within the VEM. So during Capital Week, how you're going to access your appointments. You can come to the networking portal and you are going to click on Smart Match Appointments. So you can see here, here's my 2 appointments. Again, they are still pending, but in order to do the meeting with Kelly, I'm going to click on this chat icon, and it's going to take me to the Unified Communications System. And then I just click this button here to request the video chat with Kelly. So as you know, the sessions start on Tuesday, March 23rd. If you're going to participate in appointments, we strongly recommend that on Monday, the 22nd, you get on here, maybe test things out with a colleague. We're happy to test it out with you so you know that you're all set up and the technology works. We use this same thing for SBC. So again, if you used it then, you are familiar with it. And we got really great feedback. Again, all of the appointments are 15 minutes long with a 5-minute break in between. During the video meeting, there is a clock in the video chat that will show you how much time has elapsed. And basically the clock starts when the first person initiates the meeting. So if Kelly gets on for our meeting that starts at 10:05 and I don't get on till 10:10, then we're going to get cut off at 10:20 because it starts with the 15 minutes from when Kelly got on. It's going to cut you off. It's no warning. Some of you may have experienced that with SBC. And so just be cognizant of that. We do ask that everybody honors the appointments that they have accepted. So if you accepted an appointment, please be there and, don't flake out and honor the appointments. Again, there is no obligation for you to accept any appointment that is requested or to participate in the appointments. And so with that, I think that is all we have. I don't know if there are any questions. We know that was a lot. It wasn't only about your speaking, but we really thought it was crucial to cover these appointments because, again, you guys are going to be the most popular, in-demand people, and we want to make sure you don't get inundated and bombarded with this stuff. And it's kind of likely that you're not going to participate in the attendee trainings that we have, so we wanted to cover it this time. So if anyone has any questions, please do enter them into the Q&A. Belle, was there anything that you wanted to add?
Sorry, I'm going to put the camera. Well, I don't want to put my camera on. Yeah, I mean, Anne, you gave the folks so much information there. I don't know whether you kind of scared them off a little bit because that was a lot to take in. But Anne will definitely go over this again if you want to attend the attendee, orientation, the exhibitor orientation. You'll hear it all again. So then that way you're not overwhelmed with all that information. But really and truly, we just want to thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts that you're still supporting SAME with, these virtual conferences with zero rewards apart from with us saying thank you. And, sorry, we only have virtual drink tickets for yourselves in your own homes, and we will give you to you in person when we can, right, Anne?
Absolutely.
I just think that at this point, I'm just going to put our cameras on. I just think at this point, we just applaud you. So thank you so much for supporting us. We love you guys. You're the best. And, it seems overwhelming, all what Anne was saying, but really it's so beneficial for you to take these appointments seriously. So with that said, all I want to say is let's get these dry runs scheduled. Let's get them out of the way. Let's not worry about anything else. And we're going to have a whale of a time because as long as we can have fun, and you will see my cat Peaches walking through there. I didn't mention that she does make her appearances. So anyway, I have nothing else to say, Anne.
No.
Do you have any questions in the chat? Will you want to roll it over? Are we done?
Yeah. I don't have a cat, but you can see our office mascot here, Daisy the pig.
Yeah.
And so she helps us out and gives us a good vibe always. And with that, we'll close it out. Thank you so much for being here today. Mostly thank you for sharing your time and your expertise with our audience. We have almost 700 people registered for Capital Week. At this point, we expect that to grow a lot over the next 3 weeks. A lot of people register at the last minute. And so we look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, if we can help you out, let us know. Have a great day.
Thank you again. Bye now, guys. Bye. Ciao. Ciao.